The video begins. I'm not ready. It's Thursday, and I'm not ready for this video. I'm not concentrating properly. I see and I see and I see the possibilities, the awareness. Where can 2 be without 3? Explain it to me, okay? And don't do this Abbott and Costello stuff, okay? If I'm talking to you, okay, that's 3 stories. If you're there and I'm there, then who's judging? You have to become someone else in who you are, so you'll have to take a choice of which side you're on. So if you're taking a choice on which side you're on, you're more than 1. And if you're against me and I'm more than 1, we're automatically 4. We have to create one decision between us. What's fair, we can share, if we understand how to get there. Raphael, 7286, but I'm not done. I'm a little slow today because of this scenario over here. This is a simple count, and I'm asking myself a question. What is it? 1, 2, 3. I can't go up. I have to use every single space and dot. So this is the way it comes out, more or less like a card than anything else. But remember, we should always really be avoiding this area. And if you stand it up like this, it looks like a roadway or a stand, or it's going down. Okay, this design over here opens 2 at the top, but comes to 1 at the bottom. How come? How come? Because when I moved over here, I only use this for my leap year. I only use this for my leap year, and every other year, I cut the corner and I leap. And then I have 6, 6, 6, and I leap. So I'm going to take this equation of simplicity, which is only counting from 1 to 160, just because that's where I wanted to stop. Okay, it shows the E, it shows the G worlds, and E and G and all these letters. They're actually saying a story that is not written in the Bible. But it's not written in the Bible because you have chosen not to acknowledge that the alphabet in the English language, because of course it's the most used and it's so pathetic in a way. I'm just saying a whole bunch of crazy things. Hold on, let me get a cup of tea. But it's just the letters and designs, and so many people have said it. Don't look at me. Don't look at me for this. I didn't say it. I'm only repeating what others have said, the truth. Make a design, have a reality and a reason that the design goes that way. That if you told somebody else how to make the design in numbers, they can actually find it. So that's what this design is. So the next thing you want to use is you want to put up the calculator. You want to find 147. You want to find 258. You want to find 369. You want to find the calculation where 1 and 5 comes together to create 6. Or 1 and 8 comes together to create 9. You want to find these because then they will begin to draw your letters. In this one, I'm spelling the word God. Okay? I'm spelling the word God in this situation. God. Don't you see? 7th letter is G. 6th letter is O. 4th letter is D. God, dog. And this one says the letter D for Dalit and the letter Resh. It says door in the first 2. So we're going to continue on and doing that. But before I continue on, these are the simple things that I do. 432. Twice that. Twice 6, because we have 2 cubes in the game, equals 8640. So I get on here and I find the number 8640. 8640 divided by 24 equals to 360 degrees. 360 times 8640. No. What was it again? 8640 divided by 24 times 60 equals 21,600. This is the Mayan week. A 9-day week, 24 hours. That's where it links. If there's a 10-day, it's because 1 month jumps onto a plateau and links both sides. I'm holding on to both sides. Look at me, I'm Hercules. The numerological calculation is based on reality of area, space where the coordinate is, and how fast something is going from one area to the other. The temperature, that is, to halt and have an interference, or to meld and mold other things. We need to calculate all the differences to actually know. So we created numbers. Numbers say this is what is missing, this is what we need, this is where we are, and this is how to get there. This is the speed, the weight, the height, and everything we need for the dimensions to create the house of God. G-O-D, 715, 7 times 15. 1 is a reflection of 6, so it's now 765. 7 times 6, 42, times 5, 210. All zeros equal 6, back to 216. We have relationships, because these are the facts. Small little itsy-bitsy pieces of a puzzle that fit together on multi-levels to create the clock that makes it work just for you and me, for my mind, for the eyes and ears, that everybody reflects the same way, that when you look up, and we all say in whatever language it is, that's what it is. We all see the same thing. It's not, I'm going to see a number 2 in the sky, and everybody's going to say, tayo to. But that's in 100,000 languages. But everybody knows the shape. They're going to go, it's like this. So instead of saying it, you go, it's like this. Or tell them, and they'll act it. Stop. Go. Okay, I'm talking about... So it's all relationships, you know? It's all relationships. So when we come back in here, let's do the basic. Now we're going to start off where the center becomes automatically 1, 2, 3. Now we have reached the other side from the beginning. We don't get to the beginning till we get 3. 1, 2, 3. But we don't get to the other side until we get 4, 5, 6. And then 7 brings us back to the beginning. 8, 9, 10. So what happens during the circle? I'm not giving any answers. Okay, I'm not saying anything what's going on other than over here. We're going to get back to this one. Okay, where I was looking for the word 764, the numbers 764. Can I get a little bit more light on this, me? Can we see this properly? 764. Here's a number 7. Here's a number 6. And here's a number 4. So we're going to have this design over here. 34, 35, and it looks like 13. So we're going to connect that. 34, 67, 77. We got 80 in that one. In this one over here, we had 764, 7 and 6. Excuse me, 7, 6, 7 and 6 is 13, and 4 is 17. All of a sudden, the 7, okay, this addition over here, 764, which is normally GOD equaling to 26. Now it's equal to 17. That is the Q, where the Q meets the G inside the number. They're both 88. And on the number 1 of the debit machine, you will find Q and Z at the top. Instead of being on number 7, there'll be PQRS equaling to 71. Now it's equal to 53. It used to be equal to 70. Now it's equal to 53. We're number 9. Okay, used to have the Z and equal to 98. Now it'll equal to 72. The distance from here to here is 19, 18 in between, 17 missing and 26 missing. 53 to 98 is a total of 45 area of the box, but we need the space. Because if we do not have the space to drop the sand can't go anywhere. We need an out. We need a back in to come back to the rotation. I mean, I'm going to look at it for you. If I don't have a mouth and a hole in my mouth to keep continuous the movements. So now we have 764. Now on this 764, it is 40, and it is 69, and it is 70. So the total is 139, 179, but I'm going to add it up. 7 and 9 is 16. 7 and 9 is 16 and 6. 22, this becomes 26. Let me add this one up. 33 and 34 is 67, 77. This one's 80. So this one becomes 80. The other one is 17, okay? So right away, what does it say? This one becomes an 8. This one becomes an 8. This one becomes an 8. This becomes 86 because the 0 will now, 0 is all around 9 position, right? There's 2 ways to get the 9, either in here, which I call it the 5 position, or by connecting 4 of these areas. If I connect these 2 blocks, I'll now have a block here and a block here, but I'll move here to here and here to here. So every one you take out of there goes into here. Every one you take out of here goes into here, or vice versa. And we just keep going around. You need the area space to do this. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to look for another 764. Here's a 7, here's a 6, and, I don't see the 4. 7, oh yeah, there's a 4 over here. So here's the design again. And 7, 6, 4, 9, 8, 5 and 2 is 7. 5 and 2 is 7. 5 and 1 is 6. And 8 and 5 is 4. Right over here. Number 85. 8 and 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 7. And this one over here is 51. So we have 52, 51, and 85. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 18. The total 26, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18, 26, 26, 80. They're all going to be 8. There'll always be 8, but these are the designs. Now we're going to try and find more. 9 and 8. 8 and 8 is 7. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. And we have to find a 6 now. There's another 6 over here. 8 and 7 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. And now we have to find a 4. Wow, we have these 2, and I don't find a 4. Oh, because it could be over here, and I'm not finished the design. Okay. Is there anything else in here? Here's a 7 over here. Here's a 7 over here, and here's a 6. 7, 6 are always next to each other, and here's the 4 down here. Okay, right down here. So look at the design we've already connected. So that would be 15, 16, and 4. Hold on a second. Let me see what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 and 4. So the total is 31, 35, and that's also number 8. 888, 888, 44. 35, 26, 17, 8, 8, 8, 8. This one does not show up on a cube. Every other one shows up on a cube. This one, when this one shows up, 7 always brings 0 into it because it's 3, 1, 3 to a gateway. It's an automatic. This is the way it has to work because it works in these shapes. Let me find one more 7 in here. We have 8 here. We have 7 here. 4 and 3 is 7. 4 and 2 is 6. And we need another 4. Where's the 4? 41. This one over here is 70, 71. I don't see a 4. It's the first time I don't see a 4 in this. Do you see a 4? 41, 42, 21, 78. Everything that surrounds is not a 4. Did I make a mistake? 42, 43, 44. The only 4 is over here, so this one over here only shows me this. So when I arrive at number 42 and 43, 85, which is the number to the matrix, the letters are H and E. The letters are also Q. The letter is also H, Q, and Z. Headquarters, keep it quiet. We're under the Q. We run the I from this point over here. We're not a capital I, right? We're not a capital I because we're not running our half. Once we run a capital I, we gain our own I's. We gain our own circumference. So now that we have this one over here, do we have any more numbers? Here's a 7 over here. Here's a 6 over here. Is there a 4? The 4 might be on this side because I'm not finished it yet, right? 36, 38, 61 is a 7. And this is a 6, but this has a 0 on it, so it's going to be a different calculation. And the 4, okay, where's there a 4? There's a 4 over here, so I have to calculate again, so I'm not finished this design, so I'm going to have to do the signs 3 times as big to find out what word. Not only that, before I finish, 1, 4, 7, 1, 2, 3, all these combinations, you want to know the numerological numbers over here, you want to know their design, especially this. You take 9 with 5, you get 14, 1 and 4 is 5 again, you come back to the same spot. Remember, area space, you see this design is a straight line. This design is a plus sign. Minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Or is this the division sign? Or when it shows up over here, is it the division sign here and here? Understanding the reality, because if you draw it like this, okay, and 5 gets its own whole box, right? Then 5 will have a free center. Let me show you what a free center looks like. A free center is this. This is the 5 area, right? Excuse me, let me do it a little bit better. Into a square. The 5 owns its own lines. So it can be divided into 8. It doesn't have a center. It doesn't. You don't have to create a center. The center is already there, which means both areas, this way and this way, both meet on this star system, which is found on the 8 key. Raphael 72 in the long video. Thank you very much. I like this video.